all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just concentrating on the filming.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just take your numbers, please? Are you filming me?
We are, yeah.
Yeah, you are now. Yeah,
With you.
Yeah. Can I?
You can take the numbers, mate. 3406.
Thank you very much.
We've only come out.
Can I take your number, please?
3026, and I'm the sergeant, Scott Manning.
You're the sergeant. Okay, thank you very much. It's a social experiment that I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Explain exactly what that means.
Well, I don't have to explain. I mean, don't answer me like that. I mean, if we can have a conversation.
Can I ask you what your social experiment is then, please?
Okay. Well, there's been some abuse around people filming in public, and the police have abused powers. It's to see what sort of interaction I'm going to get by doing a legal activity. Yeah.
Okay. Do you not see, from the point of view of the police officers, that the vulnerability for us when we're coming in and out, and so not everyone's going to know who you are.
Fair enough.
And immediately that's going to maybe cause them some concern. Do you not think you have some sort of civil duty to try and sort of help the police to be able to feel a little bit more comfortable coming in and out of the police building?
Okay.
The officer calling it a vulnerability just because people don't know who the auditor is shows a clear misunderstanding of public space. Filming in public doesn't require you to hand over personal details unless the law specifically demands it, and that wasn't the case here. Labeling a lawful cameraman as a threat is manufacturing suspicion, not uncovering it. Then the officer takes it further, trying to guilt-trip the auditor by saying he should make police feel comfortable. But that flips the entire idea of policing. It's not the public's job to change legal behavior for officer comfort. It's the officer's duty to respect rights and uphold the law.
If what I'm doing is legal,
no, I haven't asked you if it's legal.
No, but if it's legal, it's not a matter of what you just said to me. It's a legal activity, so therefore I can do it. So by your explanation to me, it makes sense. Yeah. But it's also a legal activity, so you've got to respect that I can do it.
At no point have I said that you can't.
No, I know you haven't.
So I asked you a question,
that's the conversation, and it'll go round.
You refuse to answer it. You don't feel that you've got.
Do I have to answer it?
No.
Well, I've just given you my answer. I just said to you that because it's a legal activity and I can do it, from what you just said, negates it being a legal activity. If it was unlawful, then you can turn around and say, oh, do you know what, we're scared because you're doing something which isn't unlawful, you'd come and arrest me. But because it's legal, I can understand the concern. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being antagonistic, right, or anything like that. Yeah, of course I can understand the concern, but because it is legal, the concerns doesn't outweigh my right.
In the UK, filming in public is protected under common law and the Human Rights Act's guarantee of free expression. Unless tied to an actual offense, concern alone cannot justify detention or demand for details. A sergeant's duty is to act on law, not instinct. Ironically, the auditor shows more restraint than the officers, acknowledging their concerns while standing firm on principle. His not being awkward, his simply drawing the same line the law already sets. The real problem is revealed when the sergeant refuses to respect that line, turning authority into a matter of comfort instead of conduct.
So therefore, you're coming, you're talking to me, and that's what you're supposed to do. If you want to turn around and say, oh, we want to try to figure out what you're doing and stuff like that.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, no, that's just what I'm trying to say to you, then that's fine. And if that's the case and you've figured out that I'm doing a legal activity, then that should be the end of the conversation, really. I mean, you can come, you can give your opinion, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but all I'm going to say to you is, I ain't doing nothing wrong.
I get that's what you're saying. We're just asking you why you're not doing anything wrong.
Because it says so, it's a law.
No, you've said you're doing a social experiment. We've said what sort of experiment you're doing. That's what we've asked you.
No,
there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are not legal. Listen a second. I could go home.
No, actually, I don't have to listen a second, but I'll let you carry on.
I thought you said we're having a conversation.
No, I'll let you carry on. Well, it's not a conversation with consent. You guys have come up to me to stop me filming legally, and then you're trying to say stuff to me. Okay, but now you're trying to put your opinion onto me, which isn't what.
Did you said we're having a conversation?
Yes.
Conversations go two ways.
I know you've explained this is a social experiment.
Yeah.
We've got no way of actually testing that.
The auditor has been calm and upfront, clearly stating what he's doing while lawfully filming in public. That should have ended the matter. Instead, the sergeant flips it back on him, saying in effect, "We don't believe you, and we don't have to." But that's not how the law works. In the UK, you don't prove innocence to be left alone. Police need genuine suspicion to step in. The auditor even offered transparency, though he didn't have to. Yet the officers still used doubt as an excuse to press harder. That isn't policing by law, it's policing by bias.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
the
this
way
is
that
your
you're
opinion,
testing it.
and the fact
okay,
that
let
this
you finish
is
first.
the fact that this is quite a vulnerable premises. The police officers coming in and out. Quite recently, we've had quite a lot of attacks and people that have been attacked coming in and going out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to detain you for the purpose of the search.
Okay.
Using the powers of the Terrorism Act.
Okay. Before you do that, can I just ask you to look in my backpack, in the pocket, in the back pocket, yeah? And there's a bit of paper in there, yeah? It's a NCPP police advice in regards to Terrorism Act.
Okay, well,
yeah?
I'll search
No,
out
no, no.
for that.
I'm
So
just
what I'll
saying.
do
It's got the
is I've
Terrorism Act.
explained the
Okay,
reason
if you want to
behind
search me,
why.
that's fine.
If
That's
I'll
fine.
explain the
Okay.
reason behind why I'm going to search.
Well, I don't agree to it, but okay.
I'll explain the
what can I say?
power. Could I?
Can I answer
just explain what I'm going to explain, and you can talk to me after?
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
You're detained for the purpose of search, which means you can't leave at the moment. You're not under
Fair enough.
arrest.
Okay, yeah.
You can't leave until I've completed my search. When I've
Fair enough.
finished, I'll fill out a stop slip, which will have all the powers listed on it and the reasons behind why. Okay, do you understand all of that?
I believe it's an unlawful search.
Well, I didn't ask you what your opinion was. I'm asking you, do you understand all of that? No? Okay, fine. Okay, didn't ask you to just take that.
Yeah, can I just put this on the floor then, please?
Yeah, it's fine,
Yeah?
it's fine.
Even after the auditor calmly explained himself and posed no threat, the sergeant still detained him under the Terrorism Act, a law meant for real, evidence-based suspicion, not for targeting someone with a camera. The reasoning was flimsy, more about control than lawful policing. And the sergeant's next words reveal everything. When told, "I believe this is an unlawful search," he snapped back, "I didn't ask for your opinion." That wasn't just dismissive. It was open contempt for public rights. It showed he didn't view the auditor as a citizen with protections, but as a nuisance to be handled. Using such heavy powers without cause is a glaring misuse of authority, and this time, it came at a cost. By the end, I'll show exactly what Yardley was awarded for this detention.
I believe that I've just been unlawfully searched.
Right.
Yeah. Under section 43. Yeah. I don't agree with 5 officers having to search me, considering I'm doing a legal. There's a bike. There's a bike. Let me take a picture of these bikes. Do you know something? Actually, you've done what you've done. Listen. 5 of you are standing here, so as far as I'm concerned, you've all searched me. Yeah, even though these guys, you were okay in the beginning, so I ain't got no issues against you. This guy here, he's there telling me that I didn't engage in the beginning, but obviously the video will show differently. Yeah, I'm not a boss man or anything like that. But I think that's quite disrespectful. Yeah, in saying that. Right? Yeah, I do want to stop fraud actually. And the thing about it is, yeah, you believe that you done illegal activity. I believe that it was an illegal search. I told you about the section 43 memo and all that sort of thing. I've got it in my bag to show you. There's nothing that I've been doing. So
no one's suggesting that anything you've done is illegal, because if they did,
so all you're doing is trying to get information on me, which is
both talk at
it
the
doesn't
same
matter.
time, it'd be pointless.
Oh well, then that's why I wasn't talking earlier on, because they didn't make 2 of us talking at the same time. Yeah, one person at a time.
What are you doing? You said a social experiment. We said, what's the nature of that? And you refused to engage with us.
Okay.
Anyone can say it's a social experiment. You need to give us a little bit more.
So if that's what you want to do, fine, do it to everybody. If they want to film, it's up to you. It's cool. Whatever.
When the officer says, anyone can claim it's a social experiment, you need to give us more, he exposes exactly how skewed the power dynamic has become. The auditor already gave a clear, calm explanation. Filming in public for a social experiment, which is entirely lawful. At that point, the officers didn't need more. They needed reasonable suspicion, and they didn't have it. By demanding extra, the officer was really saying, your legal activity isn't enough unless we approve it. But that's not the law. No one is required to justify themselves just to avoid detention. This kind of thinking twists rights into privileges, and that sets a very dangerous precedent.
Sir,
It is what it is.
Sir, good.
Oh, do you know something? I'm just like gonna stand here now because it's too many questions.
Could I ask you some questions?
Yes, you can.
Excellent. Okay, so I know that you don't agree with our grounds. Those are our grounds, and they're subjective. They're my grounds. Okay, and I've explained them to you. If you want to challenge them, you can. But it's not about you filming. Filming was the reason we come over to speak to you.
Okay.
And then once we've gone into that reason behind why you're filming, this is why I've used those powers.
Okay. So you had credible information that I could be a terrorist.
How would I know?
Or was it just that you came out to
Credible
talk to me?
information.
No. Well, I'm just going to read something to you, which it says in regards
What name would you like me to record?
in regards to suspicion.
What name would you like me to record on this?
Yeah. What is reasonable suspicion? Yeah. The code explains that reasonable suspicion must be based on objective facts or information. It can never be based on the personal factors alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm quite happy with
have
that.
you got any objective facts?
Yeah.
What are they?
My objective fact is that you was filming outside a police station.
It's illegal.
which
It's illegal.
Which could be.
It's legal.
No, at any point in here,
It's
does it say
legal.
you've got to be acting illegally.
No, but it's legal for me to
Okay,
film
you're
outside a police
absolutely
station, so why
right.
bother come out?
This is a turning point, and it's brilliant. The auditor pulls out the National Police Chief's counsel guidance and ends up teaching the very sergeant who detained him. Calmly, he cites a code: reasonable suspicion must come from objective facts or intelligence, not opinions, hunches, or simply filming in public. That's not theory, it's official guidance. The sergeant's expression says it all. He'd been caught, not by rudeness, but by someone who knew the law better than the officers enforcing it. This wasn't just a bad stop. It was proof that his use of counter-terror powers had no lawful ground at all.
You're absolutely right.
But why come out then? If I'm doing something which is legal,
oh,
I'm not arguing. As what you said earlier on, or this officer said, it's a conversation, and we've both got a conversation, so it's not an argument. Don't try to twist it, because he's already tried to twist stuff a little bit earlier on.
You're maybe trying to provoke us now.
Not at all. Not at all. So if that's the case, then
Well, what we're
I'd
doing-
advise you
what we're
guys to go.
Well, once we're finished, we will.
Okay, so I'm not trying to provoke you. I'll zip it, or shall you zip it? Which one?
I don't mind.
Yeah, zipping it.
Right, okay. So you're not going to give us your name? No. You're not going to tell us where you come from? You're not going to try and put the officers inside that building at rest? The person outside is fine, there's no issues with them. All we know is what we see in front of us now. Your civil duty to really help us to try and do the job a little bit better, to make us feel
That's all you wanted. If I would have agreed to that, you would have probably said, "Oh, then no worries."
To make us feel
But
a
because
little
I
bit
didn't
more
agree to
reassured,
it,
you're not prepared to give
it
us
is
your
what it
name?
is, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
The sergeant has already detained and searched the auditor under the Terrorism Act, found nothing, yet still keeps fishing for personal details. You're not going to give us your name, where you came from. At this point, it's not about suspicion, it's about control. The auditor had already explained himself, even handed over NPCC guidance, and complied with an unlawful search without resistance. That should have been the end. Instead, the sergeant doubles down, trying to guilt-trip him with talk of civil duty, as if refusing to make officers feel comfortable is suspicious. But comfort isn't owed, rights are, and the auditor's had his trampled already.
You're not going to give us your name?
You just said if you'd engage with us from the beginning.
No, it's not engaging.
But
You keep on saying about engaging.
So you got
It's not
searched.
engaging. The engagement is that I'm doing something legally, and I actually don't have to give all this information out. Yeah, but if I'm there and I'm acting all weird and stuff like that, that's different.
were.
No, because I didn't answer you. Because I
You
didn't.
gave us
Because I
half an
didn't.
answer and then you didn't give us
Yeah,
an
but that's-
answer. You
supposing
won't
that's
give us
how
your
I am.
name, you
Supposing
won't
that's
tell
how
us
I
where you come from.
converse.
We don't know who you are, so to
Okay.
set
All right
ourselves
then.
in the risk that
So
you're
you're not
not.
going to give us your name, is that right?
Correct. I'm not.
No, you're not going to tell us any information about yourself.
Do I need
That
to?
would no, you don't.
Okay, well
But
then that's the end of
would
that's the end of
help
that
us
then.
As a
That's the
police
end of that
force
then.
to feel
That's the
very
end of that then.
reassured.
That's the end
so
of that
you
then.
don't want us to feel reassured.
That's the end of that then.
Okay. Okay, if that's your answer, you don't want us to feel reassured, then that's fine.
All right.
All right. I'm sure you've got what you come for. I'll maybe see you another time. Okay.
He's a tyrant. He is. You're a bully. I'm suing you. Because you're a bully and you're a tyrant, aren't you? I'm suing you guys because you're bullies and tyrants.
Yardley set out to expose poor policing and misuse of powers, and the sergeant handed it to him on camera. Proof? Yardley later won his case, receiving an £800 payout for this very stop. That's not opinion. It's legal recognition that detention was wrong from the start. From the moment officers arrived, they acted on assumption, not evidence. Yardley calmly explained he was filming a social experiment, but instead of accepting that, they pressed for details he didn't owe and dismissed his explanation outright. When he asserted his rights, professionalism gave way to ego. The worst moment came when they detained and searched him under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act with no evidence, no threat, and no lawful basis. Even after finding nothing, the sergeant pushed harder, asking for a name, a background, and even trying to guilt-trip him with civil duty. That's not suspicion, that's control. Yardley stood firm, used official NPCC guidance to expose their ignorance, and prove they had no lawful grounds at all. The sergeant's smug exit only underlined the lack of accountability. This case is a clear reminder why knowing your rights matters, because when officers forget the law, it takes people like Yardley to hold them to it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out Yardley Ski's channel in the description.